So after I graduated high school, I decided this year that I would come back and coach my high school's wrestling team. It's because it was a sport I did in high school and I was fairly good at it. When I mean fairly good at that, I mean I have a second place national tournament here in England, and I took sixth place at Europeans my freshman year, first year ever wrestling, and I've had one undefeated season. So for coaching the wrestling team, we have to go through like a series of paperwork, and that's not really that big of a deal. I mean, it's just signing your name and agreeing to certain things that you would do as a wrestling coach. Like, you're not seeing them as your friends at this point, you're seeing them as students under your teaching. So if you do have friends on the team, then you are not supposed to be hanging out with them outside of practice, and you're supposed to be coaching them and trying to help them develop more of a skill, if I should say. Well, the minute I asked to get my volunteer paperwork for coaching, the principal straight up, like the minute I turned it in, and she found out that I was trying to become a coach, she straight up told everyone no. And as a former wrestler and as someone who was fairly good and helpful when I was on the team itself, I was a little bit confused on why I was being told no. Anyway, she was basically telling me no, I couldn't coach because of an issue that happened my senior year where I got in trouble for making fun of a student. Pretty sure a lot of people now, after hearing that, probably think I'm a terrible person. It's not at all what you think, trust me. She didn't want me on the team because of... Well, I got in trouble because of... I decided to take someone who was picking... Well, actually, not really picking, just trying to start a rumor about me. And I took their picture and I edited it. And I put some very harsh things on there, but this person wasn't really the greatest person in the world. I mean, she was in the vice principal's office constantly, getting in trouble, making fun of other students, picking on people, starting rumors, all sorts of retarded shit. And me being me, wanted to have her kind of, I guess you would say, put in her place. I didn't feel like she deserved to feel the way she did, especially because she was getting it from making fun of other people. So I made fun of her in the harshest way I possibly could. I know it sounds weird having a girl be a bully, but it's fucking possible. They don't harm you physically. They try to do it as mentally as fucking possible. And it does work. They will fuck you up. As I edited this picture of this student, I actually got asked to go deliver the baseball photos to the baseball team because I was actually in the yearbook committee. Yearbook staff is what we called it for my school. So I was following those instructions, and I set my phone down. There was no intention of the picture being posted or whatsoever. It was just for me to show a few of my friends and have a laugh about it, and if she heard about it, get her back, but to where she would have no proof. Well, someone took my phone while I went to go deliver these baseball photos and posted the picture on my social media story on Snapchat. So this picture got put on social media and it got screenshotted. And eventually it got sent all around the school and it became one of the biggest memes at our school. Like, I'm not even kidding you. This is still probably one of the biggest memes to anyone who knows who this is. I don't like that it was created by me and that a lot of people know about it, but it's already kind of put out there, so I might as well talk about it. I don't really care at this moment. Well, I got in trouble and I ended up getting suspended for, I think it was 4 days? Yeah. I got suspended for 4 days out of high school. Almost got expelled, actually, and that would have been bad because I wouldn't have been able to graduate or have my job that I have right now. I would have been in serious trouble. Turns out that was the main reason, number one, why my old principal of my high school didn't want me coaching and helping with the wrestling team. So it was kind of just, it seemed a bit childish, and that was in the past. I'm not really doing stuff like that anymore. I'm also not in high school, so it's not like I see these people every day and can target them. So a few months go by and my paperwork hasn't really been cleared. Like, I'm still not able to wrestle with the kids. I have to verbally coach them, and I'm not offended by that or saying that that's an issue. I mean, I can do that and I would be perfectly fine with having to do that throughout the whole time. Is it annoying? Yeah. It's at least better than nothing. So my old principal's second reason is actually what happened this last New Year. So as I said, it was stated that I was not able to hang out with anyone that I would be potentially coaching in the paperwork, and in a meeting I had with the vice principal, he said the same thing. There was the issue of my age, and he wanted to be sure that I wouldn't be persuading anyone to do anything they weren't supposed to. Which is understandable. I can understand and relate to that. Well, over New Year's, I decided to throw a New Year's party, and it was basically I invited some of my friends, and I made sure I didn't invite anyone from the wrestling team to be sure of that. And most of the people I did invite were 18 years or older and had parent permission to be there, so there wouldn't be any legal issue later or anything that could come back to actually get me in the wrong way. And no, it's not even a legal issue. The principal just was listening and stalking social media and listening to the students around the school to find anything to get me kicked off of this team. And it kind of angers me a bit right now, even still talking about it. Anyway, in the country I live in Europe, it is legal for anyone at the age of 18 to actually drink and consume alcohol without, any parents. And that's the age here in the country that I live in. Because some of these people were still in high school and were my friends, even though they had parent permission to be there, the principal was taking it as to where I was soliciting and giving alcohol to minors. And the people that were underage, I didn't allow to drink in my house so I wouldn't have an issue. It didn't matter to her. So 2 weeks go by, and it's 2 weeks after the party that I had for New Year's. And instead of contacting me and telling me the issue or showing any visual or verbal proof that she had, she just decided that the rumor that was going around was enough and that I was going to be off the team. Well, to cut the story in half, yeah, she kicked me off the team, and she did it in the worst way ever. She kicked me off the team based on a rumor that she heard from someone else at the school. A rumor. So she had no physical evidence, no actual reason or proof to kick me off. Just a rumor that someone decided to say about. I don't know what this Gollum-looking fucking creature was thinking when she decided to do that. All I know is that it's their fucking loss. I mean, someone with my skill and my technique for what I have accomplished when I was there and trying to help my old high school, even after all the bullshit drama, rumors, and stupid fucking idiots that I had to deal with while I was there, that is their loss. So as of right now, I am no longer a wrestling coach, and I am not allowed to show up at the practice or have anything to do with the team during their practice time. What she doesn't understand is that all of those people on that team were my friends, so they want to hang out all the time. And if they ask me for help, I'm not going to stop myself from giving them help on my own time. So long story short, and to make this story kind of a bit easier to close, Gollum did not capture the ring, and that bitch is eventually going to get what she's got coming to her, because she does not deserve to be in that position that she's in. She is completely unqualified. She's in trouble with the law at the same time, so eventually something's gonna bite her in the ass. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you want to hear more stories on a weekly basis, you know who to follow.